am Stephanie Upton, Director of the Skiatook Chamber of Commerce, and you're watching Explore Tulsa!
It's hard to believe it's time to start decorating for Halloween. So we thought we'd scare up some fun by kicking off this week's Explore Tulsa with the guy behind the camera.
Then the new game in town.
Followed by the new hot spot for dinner.
Plus the Z who helps you see.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. We're excited to have you with us once again for another Explore Tulsa.
Trish, did you know that Name Your Car Day is in October?
I did. Do you have a name for your car?
No, but I named yours Rex.
Oh, thanks. I really appreciate that. But in honor of this month also hosting World Smile Day, I'll just put on a happy face.
Good, because that's what photographers love to see. Happy people. And one of the happiest photographers I know has to be Don Kreutzweiser.
I was a kind of a kid that needed something to do. Won't go too much into that, but I was getting myself into a little bit of trouble. And an economics teacher of mine in high school saw a kid that needed something to do, and he was the editor of the newspaper, the school newspaper, handed me a camera, showed me the darkroom, and said, "I want you to be our photographer." And that's when I first became a photographer, I guess. I mean, it was just for the high school newspaper. There are actually some truists who have gone back to film. And I think there's an application for that perhaps, but I love the new digital technology. The risk is when you're shooting digital, you can, you can become a little lazy in shooting because you're like, I'll fix it later. I do miss the days of sitting by the pool and just sending the film from the wedding off to the lab and waiting for Thursday for it to come back, right? Now I get back from the wedding, I dump the images, and I sit up all night processing those images and spend the next 3 days doing that. So there are a lot of changes, but I think overall, no, I like what we're doing. I like what we're doing as photographers now. The creativity is so much more. That's kind of the thing, is when it becomes who you are, when it becomes a part of what you are, you just carry a camera. I get a kick out of people who, they buy a little camera this big because they don't want to carry a camera on vacation that's, this big. And they're like, oh, that's too big to carry on vacation. Mine is a bag like this big, and my suitcase is this big. But my cameras are what I do when I go on vacation or go wherever. I just love life around. I mean, look around here, there's 1,000 things to photograph right back here, right? So I'm in, I don't remember the name of the town, but it was in Tanzania. I was staying in Moshi, a little town called Moshi, Old Moshi in Tanzania, and we traveled to this little village, and as we're walking through this village, I was there with a friend, and then we had a translator, and we're walking down this old dirt path, and there was this sewer, like this little stream across the road or path that we were walking on. It was actually just like a sewer, and this little guy, probably maybe a year old, diapers, is standing in front of us, and I knelt down to get a picture. His back was to us, and it's just him standing by this little sewer pond. And then I walked around the front, and the interpreter actually reached down with his hand just to touch him, and he turned and just reached up his hand, and it was just that moment that went, boom, got it. It kind of has an impact. It had an impact on me, and I guess that's what's most important. And I love it now when I get to meet with a client and they say, hey, can we build a set? Can we do this kind of image? And build a set around that and actually create a portrait, for example, a portrait that's very specific in their mind, more than just, hey, let's go over there and photograph. Okay, and that's what's kind of changed for me, in a good way. Because it's much more when I can plan that out in my head and creating an image specifically is cool. That's where I want to be.
I've known Don for about 10 years now, and no matter where he goes, he's always got his camera, and he never fails when it comes to finding the most amazing shots.
If you're in need of a good photographer, go to exploretulsa.com, where you can send us an email and we'll help you get in touch with Don.
Or you can look him up on Facebook at Don Kreutzweiser Photographer.
Next, we'll learn about a new game in town that the ladies seem to have an advantage at when we come back with more Explore Tulsa.
Ever since the first movie theaters opened in the early 1900s, man has been trying everything to bring that same experience home to enjoy with their families. And for more than 30 years, Video Revolution and their home entertainment experts have been making those dreams come true by designing custom home theater solutions for both in and outdoor use. From 1080p LEDs to the brand new Sony 4K flat panel TVs, or come in to see the latest in sound bars and surround sound setups. Always the top name brands are found at Video Revolution. That same electronic expertise we also apply to your business communications network, from boardroom automation to video wall presentations. No matter what technology the future holds, you can count on Video Revolution to be leading the way. Tulsa's headquarters for the best selection and installation of cutting-edge electronics. Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hey, it's Stevie from Explore Tulsa with my friend and optometrist for many years, Dr. Robert Zoellner. Tell everybody why it's so good to come in to see you.
Well, that's a great question. Let's see, we've got two great locations. We try to stay cutting edge at every point along the way because let's face it, everybody wants to come in and get taken care of in a timely fashion and get the latest, greatest stuff and save some money and get on with their life. And see clearly.
And if you don't believe it, look on the website.
Absolutely, drzoellner.com. You can find that we have our two locations at 69th and Memorial and 3030 South Harvard, or you can give us a call at 749-2020 or 461-2020.
And I got 4 kids, and I gotta tell you, as a big family like that, it's affordable too.
Oh yes, and of course, the number one reason, you save some money. I mean, with our 2-pair specials, with our different unique packages that we put together, I mean, you can come in here and your money can go a lot farther than anywhere else.
And that's why with Dr. Robert Zoellner and Associates, seeing is believing.
Oh, I like that, Stevie. Well done.
Hi, I'm Tom Lohr, the Hot Dog Explorer, author of the book Gone to the Dogs, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Hello again, and thanks for sticking around for more Explore Tulsa.
Trish, are you ready for the ultimate indoor battle?
Well, I guess so.
What kind of answer is that, soldier? Drop and give me 20.
Oh, I don't think so, but I will kick your butt at the new Hard Knocks indoor laser tag.
Hard Knocks started in Orlando, Florida, about 10 years ago, and over the last several years we have expanded and created several franchises. Now we're up to 4 different locations and counting, and we're all throughout the United States now. The owner, the creator, had wanted to fill the need for something that was kind of a combination of airsoft, laser tag, paintball, something together, but taking laser tag to the next step, and the end result is Hard Knocks. So the first thing that we do is we're just going to have, we'll go through a brief orientation. I know not everybody's done this before, so we'll just make sure that everybody's familiar with how the equipment works, and of course go through all the safety. And then from there, then you start to play. So you'll get, we'll divide up in teams, you'll get your mission objective, and then you'll select, of course, which weapon model that you're going to use, and then the fun starts. That's when you play your mission, and it's always one round after the next. It's multiple missions or objectives that you experience, and again, it's always something different, so each is different from the next that you play. Hard Knocks uses military-grade replica weapons. So all of the equipment that we use are modeled after their real-world counterparts. So we have M4s, M16s, we have pistols, shotguns, all sorts of different models. But they are, of course, all laser tagged, so of course no projectiles with them. They're just simulated after their real-world counterparts. Because we do have multiple weapon models, it really is perfect for all levels of guests to be able to play. And as well, each person can kind of pick and choose their role in the mission, whether you want to be the person with the biggest gun running out and leading the team on, or if you want to find one of our smallest guns, find a nice little hiding spot in the arena and kind of wait for your combatants to come past you at that point. Each guest can really play at their own pace. Hard Knocks is laser tag, so it's all indoors, no projectiles at all with the equipment that we use. It's just a much more advanced version of it. And so when you play, it's not just a free-for-all. What we do is we challenge all of our groups to complete combat missions, or like team objectives. So we actually have over 80 different missions in our inventory currently, and it could be something like maybe we've placed a traitor on your team, you're trying to figure out who that player is. Next time you might be trying to protect a VIP or rescue one of our hostages, or detonate or defuse one of our briefcase bombs. Every round challenges you to complete something different. And we do work in teams, so tons of fun for groups or just individuals to come out and experience. We get requests from all over the United States and international as well, but the interest in Tulsa for something unique and something different was really just overwhelming, and we are very excited to be here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Lauren was pretty serious about her laser tag.
It really looks like a lot of fun.
It is. Plus, running around the course is quite a workout, too.
If you'd like to learn more about Hard Knocks, visit them at indoorwar.com or stop by their new place at 68th and Memorial in the Village at Woodland Hills.
The ladies got the best of me this time, but when we come out to fight again, I'm going to get a good meal before I do battle so I can keep my energy up.
Maybe you should have your pre-combat meal at the new Hutch Pantry Bistro and Bar.
Well, let's check it out and see if they're battle ready when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
Hello, friends. I'm out in the woods today, hunting for those very desirable and elusive Silverados. Wow, look at that one. Did you see the rack on that one? Look at that little beauty there. You know, at Danny Beck Chevrolet, our hunting grounds are also our proving grounds. We're out to prove to you we have the best prices in the state. Remember, go Beck for more.
Persimmon Hollow Flea Market Village. Shop 16 buildings on 3 acres. Free admission and parking's free too. Open every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Find us 1 block east of 71st and Garnett behind the Salvation Army store.
Hi, this is Peggy Kelly and I'm the pet therapist at Parkside. And this is Henry, he's our pet therapy ambassador. And you're watching Explore Tulsa.
If you're like me, always on the lookout for the swankiest places for your next date night, then you'll be so glad you stuck around for more Explore Tulsa.
The Hutch Pantry Bistro and Bar is a very nice place with great food, but its owners have done everything possible to make their restaurant a very comfortable environment for all of their patrons.
Plus, their menus light up.
Well, you know, I had to do something, and I'm an entrepreneur at heart. So I've had my own, company for 18 years, and I always, told my parents that I feel like I'm unemployable because, I like adventurous things. I like doing new things, and they've always wanted me to go to culinary school when I was younger, but I was like, I really don't want to be in a kitchen as a chef. I wanted to do it in a different way, and so this was a roundabout way of getting that done.
My idea for this restaurant and what I kind of bring to the table for him is to really focus on the customer experience. What it's going to be like from start to finish for someone to come in, dine with us, and then that taste in their mouth, so to speak, when they leave. The small, slightest of nuances are so important that, the devil is in the details, they say. So for us, we really wanted to focus on a lot of the smaller things so that they would leave remembering those, and that would be one of the reasons they came back.
Being a chef and a cook myself, when I go out to eat, I'm very, it seems nowadays people don't season their food as much. and to just be on the safe side for people. We don't want to over-season it, and therefore sometimes it becomes bland. We wanted to create an atmosphere where people came in and said, there's a lot of flavor in this food. That wow factor that they're telling us, I've got to have more of this. And we also want them to, because everybody goes to a restaurant and has that one thing that they order over and over again because they're so scared of ordering something else for the fear that it might not be good. We want to be the restaurant they don't have that fear, that they can order anything that's on the menu and then walk away with that wow factor.
Actually, all of our seafood, we get flown in fresh. It's fresh caught. I mean, they can catch it the day before and we'll get it the next day at our doorstep. So our pistachio crested sea bass is one of my favorites. The halibut is also really good. I'm a big seafood guy, so that's what I really want to be known for. And our steaks, of course. We have the gentleman's cut ribeye, 16-ounce bone-in ribeye. I mean, carnivore, you're gonna love that, you know.
There's some very specific things that we wanted to do with this particular bar. We're working with a lot of the local breweries, a lot of Oklahoma beers that we have on tap and on the bottle. You know, places like Marshall's and Prairie and Coop, and really kind of, in a way, it's our opportunity to be able to educate people on what craft beers are all about. Wine pairings are very popular and they're trending right now. Craft beers haven't quite gotten there, but there's so much that you can do with craft beer pairings as well that we think it provides us a really unique position to be able to talk to people about that and show them how great that can actually be.
Finding all the players is, you know, we've got nutrition, we've got catering, and this was the most logical next step for us, was to do a restaurant. We really hadn't planned on doing something this grandiose, but you know, the opportunity was here and the building really fits our menu.
It's a very long and arduous journey to go from that first step to where we are now, and yet so much further that we still need to go. But it's very thrilling. I'm very enthusiastic about it. I enjoy this part of the industry, you know, that hospitality side of things. I like to create something that people enjoy and they love and they want to come back for. I want to put a smile on their face.
I love the way their menus light up. I go to so many restaurants where there's just not enough light to see what to order.
They do say that that's the first thing to go.
What are you talking about?
If you'd like to see for yourself how great the menu and atmosphere is at the Hutch Pantry Bistro and Bar, they're easy to find at 71st and 129th East Avenue.
Are you trying to say that there's something wrong with my eyes?
Maybe, and just maybe, we should take you in to see Dr. Z at Dr. Zoellner and Associates. Next, when Explore Tulsa continues.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zoellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zoellner and Associates.
Looking for a new home entertainment experience? Well, hi, and welcome to Video Revolution, Tulsa's best in cutting-edge electronics. Professional, highly trained home entertainment experts. Video Revolution's been serving Tulsans for over 25 years with name brands like Sony, Clips, Definitive Technology, Samsung, and so many more. Great selection, price match guarantee, custom installation, expert assistance equals home entertainment success. See for yourself. The Video Revolution showroom features the largest selection of flat panel TVs in all of Oklahoma. Plus the latest in 3D entertainment. Highly trained home entertainment experts on hand. Professional delivery, installation, and service after the sale. And the best selection of name brands. Visit us online at videorevolution.com and find out more about everything we have to offer. Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Persimmon Hollow Flea Market Village. Shop 16 buildings on 3 acres. Free admission and parking's free too. Open every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Find us 1 block east of 71st and Garnett behind the Salvation Army store.
Hi, I'm Tim Olson with Dent Terminator, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
MI6, 007, intelligence officer. I bet those are all things you wouldn't expect to find when you watch Explore Tulsa. But today, you're in luck.
Stevie, I already told you that Dr. Z is not a character from a new James Bond movie. He's the guy everyone in Tulsa goes to see for optometry.
Maybe, but with a code name like Dr. Z, I bet there's more there than meets the eye.
The thing that drew me to optometry as a young boy, I needed glasses. And so the first time I went in, I think I was 10 years old, and I got a pair of glasses and I put them on, and there was a whole new world out there. You know, I could see that those things on trees were actually leaves, and I could read signs, and all the way home I was yelling out signs to my mom and saying, wow, look over there, you know. So that was an excitement, a wonderment. I tell people nowadays that I'm kind of an entrepreneur trapped in an optometrist's body. So that was always the driving force of having my own business, and the challenges that came with that were exciting and something I was looking forward to. So when I really got to the threshold of being able to do that, I jumped right in and did it. When I first opened, I was slow. I had one employee, and you know, we would kind of sit around and hey, you know. And of course I started advertising right off the bat. I mean, I think that's important for any business. You've got to get the word out. I started small, of course. My budget was very small back then on the advertising part of it. But I made a commitment to having to be a percentage of my gross revenue. And as my business grew, then my advertising grew, you know. I remember I used to take a picture of me and my staff and put them in the phone book. So I called up one day and I told my wife, I said, come on down and come get in the picture. She said, well, I don't really work there. I said, I don't care, it looks like I've got more employees, so come on down and get the picture. So I think I had like four ladies in the picture. She was one of them, you know, to make it look like I had a bigger staff, you know, that we were busier than we were. So good memories from back then. Oh, I've been trapped in this personality from day one, so. I mean, I think that, you know, you are who you are, and if you try to be somebody else, I mean, people see right through that. So, you know, one of my strengths in business is kind of the marketing and you know, what I bring to that. You know, I have some weaknesses, and I've hired good people to fill those gaps, you know, in my business model. But yeah, what you see is what you get. You know, what you hear on the radio is pretty much me. You know, hey, let's be efficient, let's have a great time, but hey, let's have a little fun along the way too. That doesn't hurt, does it? You know, growing up in a large family and without a lot of money, I knew the importance of value from a very early age. And so whenever I started in practice, that was going to be kind of my flag, if you will, because I was going to bring value. I mean, I remember going to the optical shop as a little boy and having one choice of glasses. It was the only thing we could afford, you know, and that was okay. You know, I could see through them, and they were great glasses, and I enjoyed them, and they changed my life. But I, you know, that's one thing that's always been at the forefront of my marketing, is trying to bring value to eye care. You know, I don't know a lot, but I do know a few things, and that is that people want to come in and they want to get the latest fashion in eyeglasses and sunglasses. They want to get the latest technology in contact lenses and contact lens solutions. They want to come into a wonderful facility. They want to have, they don't want to spend all day doing it. They want to, you know, have efficiencies with their time, because as we all know, we're all busy. They want to get the best eye exam they've ever had, because quite frankly, they want to see through their contacts and glasses clearly. And they want to do this and save money. And that's the formula that I brought in, but with the leading edge always being value. Well, I mean, I love Tulsa. Tulsa's my home, and Tulsans are great people. I've thoroughly enjoyed growing up here in Tulsa. And you know, the nice thing about having all those business modalities kind of under one umbrella, if you will, or in one city, is that they're right here and they're handy for me. I don't have to do a lot of traveling. You know, my kids, I just became an empty nester last year, but that was one of the things that kind of was a driving force to build other businesses within Tulsa. Is that I got to kind of leverage the marketing arm that I've built in town, quite frankly, and then also I didn't have to travel a lot when my kids were young. I could, you know, that's very important to me to spend time with them. So. I remember when I was just getting out of high school, we had the big oil bust, and it was really bad economic times in Oklahoma, in particular Tulsa. You know, we used to be the oil capital of the world, and then we lost that to another city, and the oil industry just went down. And so, you know, that's kind of the backbone, and it has been the backbone of Tulsa and the surrounding area. And with it doing well, you can see Tulsa just ramping up. So that's exciting, it's encouraging. You know, you hear about big announcements and some of the things that local government has done and the vision that they've cast. And you see big things like that, it just makes you proud. It makes you happy to be, a Tulsan and be part of this community and to add whatever I can add to that.
Dr. Z's been a buddy of mine for nearly 20 years, and beyond all his businesses, he is very happy Tulsan who does a lot for so many people.
If you'd like to learn more about Dr. Z, visit drzoellner.com.
Or stop in at one of his 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard or 69th and Memorial.
Stick around, there's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
Hello, I'm Joel Reed with Video Revolution, and we're going to show you the new Sony HTST7 surround sound home theater speaker bar. Today, with the new home theater speaker bars, you can have one speaker bar in your home with a wireless subwoofer and give you that full home theater effect. With Sony's new HTST7 speaker bar, you're going to get the speaker bar, a wireless subwoofer, remote control, and a 6-foot optical cable. The speaker bar has 9 surround sound home theater speakers and the wireless subwoofer, and also has Bluetooth connectivity. There's actually 2 ways to hook up the speaker bar. The simplest way is to hook up an optical cable out of the speaker bar into the optical output of your TV. Or you can hook it up with HDMI. The soundbar actually has 3 HDMI inputs, 1 HDMI output. So if you have a lot of different components like a Blu-ray DVD player, a cable box or a satellite box, or even a gaming system, they can all be hooked up into the soundbar at the same time. It also has a simulated 7.1 surround sound. So when you have it hooked up in your living area, it actually sounds like you have rear speakers when you don't. I'm Joel Reed with Video Revolution. Come on in and I'll show you the new Sony HTST7, give you a complete demo, and show you all the other soundbars we have available.
Be sure to join us next week when we meet Paul Rogers of Brookside Motorcycle Company.
We want to thank Don Kreutzweiser for sharing with us his very beautiful work in photography.
Thanks too to Lauren Harley and the ladies of Hard Knocks for showing us the newest in laser tag battlegrounds, and to Carrie, Ryan, and Tyler for letting us dine with them at their new restaurant, the Hutch Pantry Bistro and Bar, where everything is delicious.
Plus, thanks to Dr. Zoellner for sharing with us his story too.
Remember, if you miss any of the show, you can always catch us at exploretulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus, remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop by, say hello to Ron and all the guys for your home entertainment needs.
And Explore Tulsa is also proudly brought to you by Dr. Robert Zoellner and Associates.
Home of the 2-pair for $129 deal with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.